mind, break a little bit of your spine. Get back to some old tunes. I just wanna get to know you. Let the flow loose. You got me steady making bold moves. I don't care about the old you, about the old you. I don't care about the old you. Baby girl, let me hold you.
Okay guys, we're getting right into it. So I'll be using Eco Styler Gel, the olive oil kind. Some people like the argan oil or any other kind is fine. I also recommend jam. Some people don't like gel, so jam is just fine if you would like to use that. Don't talk about me, but I am pretty much using any hair that I had on hand. Yeah, so I have two different brands. One is the Afro Beauty brand Spring Coil Twist in a number 44, and it's a double pack. And also Expressions Twisted Up Afro Kinky Twist Hair in a number 1. You guys will definitely see me use the Got To Be Freeze Spray more than anything when it comes to the FAUX LOCS, because it holds it. Like if you get tired of wrapping and you need a break, it really helps to hold it without you having to start over, because it's going to unravel for some. I don't really have that issue, but still, it's a very important product. I am using Jamaican black castor oil on my scalp just to moisturize my locks because they are dry, as you guys can see. I didn't feel like retwisting them, especially the fact that I knew that I was going to be putting some FAUX LOCS in. So I just put a little bit of oil in my hair just to give it a shine and give it a little moisture. And of course, we can't go wrong with spraying our hair with a little bit of water. Of course, I stand by the lock method. Liquid oil cream is usually my go-to when it comes to moisturizing my hair. So, yes. I'm taking a strand of the Expressions hair, just one strand. And what I'm going to do actually is split that into 2 pieces because it is kind of thick. So I split it into 2 pieces and a little bit of Eco Styler Gel. Put it on the section that I'm using, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do the double strand twist method and the single strand twist method. I'll be starting off by doing the double strand twist method using 2 of my locks. On the perimeter of my head, I usually have to double up because they're kind of small. So it's still the double strand method, but this one just so happened to have 3. Okay, so I'm going to take the 2 pieces and I'm going to stick the Afro Kinky Twist hair in between the 2, and I'm going to use a rubber band to attach the 2. Now that I have the pieces attached, I am going to take my 2 strands of my locks and 1 piece of the Afro Kinky Twist hair and hold it in one hand, and I'm going to begin to wrap the other piece around it. Now I like to make sure I spread it out and fluff that out wide, the piece of hair. That way when I wrap it around, it's not like, I don't know, spiraled in. It's more flat. So now that I'm finished with that particular piece, I am going to roll it in my palms just to, I guess, mend it together. You know, it just helps to mend the hair together and keep it wrapped like we want it. We want it to be tight. Now, as far as the back, I am using 2 pieces. So to finish up that lock, I'm going to start by holding the piece down and begin to wrap like I was wrapping before. Like I told y'all before, as I wrap, I do use that Got To Be freeze spray when I do it. So it just holds it together. As you saw when I finished that last piece, I didn't have to do much to it because of how I wrapped it. So this is the second strand. I am doing the same thing as the first one, just wrapping it around, making sure that hair is flat, because if it is not, it's not going to be right, like I mentioned. And you can also, like I am, making sure that it's even as much as possible. I don't like mine to be too perfect. I want them to have like a slightly worn look to them so they can look natural. So that's the reason why I'm not so picky about how perfect they look. I'm gonna do a slow-mo so I can show you guys how I added that piece of hair. So I take the one end of that strand and I make sure that it's facing downward, like so. And I hold it there with one hand. And I just begin to wrap the hair like I was doing in the beginning with the first strand. So I take that and I just start wrapping around like I did before. Same direction. Make sure you're going the right direction though, so that'll mess up the whole lock. Here's an up-close view of the double strand method using the gray hair this time. And it's in the front. And I just think it would be easier for you guys to really see how I did the double strand method. But then after this, I'll move on to the single strand method. Again, I'm using one strand of hair and I'm using one lock for this particular method. So here I am taking a rubber band and basically putting the strand through that rubber band like so. Yep, like that. And I'm taking the loop of that rubber band and we are going to tie that onto the lock. I really don't like pulling back and forth on the front because those are your edges and they are very important and we definitely don't want to lose them.